everyone. We hope you're well and not too hungover. It's Friday, 11:30 in the morning. We didn't really do anything last night. We both didn't sleep well Wednesday night. So by 7 o'clock, we're both like struggling to stay awake, but we managed to get 2 hours in of watching Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen. We love those two guys together. They're just so funny. And you have to wait for Anderson Cooper's little giggle. We made it till a little after 10. We fell asleep, crashed, and Chewy woke up
4 minutes after 12.
and he starts talking, and I'm like, what? I didn't even hear the fireworks, but people were shooting fireworks off outside. So we wished each other a Happy New Year and went back to sleep. And we've been up since 7, just puttering around doing stuff. Uh-oh. But instead of having this wonderful spread last night, we decided to have it today. We have prosciutto di Parma. We have some Spanish olives. We're representing all nations today. Some New York State Vermont cheddar, some manchego cheese from Spain, and we have honey to go with that because these two things really go together. I couldn't find a honeycomb. Some grapes, and for Chewy's salami, and I said the olives, right? Yeah. So that's going to be our lunch today. After that, I got a sweater yesterday. It's a little too big. So they are open today, so a little bit later today we're gonna walk over and exchange that, but that's all the plans. You've got to be up at like the butt crack of dawn. You've got to be at work at 7:15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he'll be getting up early tomorrow. And I'm not sure what the rest of the weekend holds for me. I have a surprise vlog for all you Dapper Dan fans out there. I got a hold of some really incredible recordings from one of the original Dapper Dans at Walt Disney World, Jerry Siggins. And I'm trying to find more photos. If anybody out there has any photos of Main Street and or the Dapper Dans that they would like to contribute to the montage as the music is playing that he sent me, we would love to get that. We'll give everybody credit who supplies photos, but yeah, I don't have anything decent. So that's gonna be it. Let's eat, and we'll see you a little later. And there's Papi Chulo, he's here too.
Yeah.
And
Andy right there.
And the Anster.
Woohoo.
All right.
Let's eat.
Happy New Year. Love you, baby.
Happy New Year too. Love you.
It is January 2nd in the evening. My Papi Chulo just got home. But more importantly, we finally got the mysterious Christmas card from outside of Washington, D.C. Yes, it arrived today. But unfortunately, I can't show it, all of it. I can't show all of it because I do not have permission from everyone on the front. But I can show you the concept based on the back of the card. Look, it's Papi Chulo.
Hey.
He moved locations today. 2 more weeks of training. It's the kitty cat. Anyway, the idea of, oh, thank you, Andy. Thank you. Okay, he's gonna rub again. The idea of the card that I've only said 4,000 times and haven't actually said the rest is a Zoom call. This was supposedly December 24th at 3:45, and all the reindeer here. And then on the front, it's 6 windows. And I got this beautifully, beautifully handcrafted card from Mr. David and Mr. Ian. I know they love to take Polaroids, which is the photo there. I'm linking their channel below. If you don't watch them, go now, because they're just the nicest, kindest gentlemen ever, and I love them. But yeah, isn't that cool? And then I got this bonus one on the inside. Look, it's Cinderella Castle. Oh, so exciting. What do you think, Mr. Andrew Eugene? You've been napping all day. I've been reading another Anthony Bourdain book all day. I thought this past week that I had off that I would do a lot more reading, and today was really actually the first day I've read, because I spent the majority of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday editing vlogs. I went for a walk today trying to find, I'm going to insert a picture here. This is my favorite Valentine's Day candy. You want to come up and sit with me? Come on. Oh, you all right? You slipped. It's something about the shape of them that I love. And if you turn them upside down, they fit really nicely in the roof of your mouth. And then you push them up with your tongue and you let them dissolve. I know Chewy's giving me like the weirdest look, but I love them. I had trouble finding them the last 2 years. Our Dwayne Reed had them. And then last year, I never found them at Dwayne Reed, and I went to our Kmart in Penn Station a couple times, didn't see them. And then I checked one more time, and I happened to look down in one of the aisles at the checkout counter, and there was a whole bunch of them, so I got them. But everyone seems out of stock. The only things I can find are the elongated hearts. The ones I like are in the foil, like the picture shows. So I went out today looking for that. My Dwayne Reed was closed due to like temporary issues. I don't know, they had this weird sign in the window, but all the security gates were down. And I was gonna go to Target over at the Costco, but then I abandoned, because I went and looked on there as if I was going to order online. They had those hearts that I like, but in a cardboard box shaped like a heart. But instead of 10 ounces, you only got 6 ounces, and it's $2 more, so I refused to buy them. So that's how I spent my Saturday. I can't believe one more day and it's time to go back to work. Chewy brought me cold noodles and sesame sauce. I'm so excited. So excited. And we were watching Beat Bobby Flay last night, and one of the judges that comes on at the end was someone he used to work with. The restaurant business is a small world, don't you think?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he's constantly running into people who he used to work with or knows of people he worked with and all that kind of stuff. So that's it. What do you mean what I...
You got your cool noodles.
Oh yes, I got cold noodles.
I like
my Christmas cards came.
I like the part when I called you today and you were like, hi.
No, I didn't.
No.
Because I was...
Did you answer? Hi. You answered. Hi. Hey, you want cold noodles? Yes, I want cold noodles.
Because I knew I didn't have anything for dinner and you still have one Fresh Direct heat and serve.
Your face was priceless.
Well, you didn't see my face though. How do you know? The tone in my voice.
The tone of your voice was priceless. Like, oh, I guess she wants that, huh?
Well, like I said, I knew that I was going to struggle with it. I was like, well, I guess I could have a ham and cheese sandwich. You know, boring.
But then boom, you just pop up like, yes.
Well, the only reason I answered it kind of was I was getting a little drowsy from reading. So I was like struggling to stay awake, but I'm like, cannot nap, because Saturdays, it seems like I have a tough time sleeping Saturday night. So I purposely I was starting to fade. The book's good. He's been talking about the French Laundry. It's a big deal restaurant. You know, Thomas Keller, who did Per Se. And I'll never be able to get into the French Laundry because it's so difficult to get in. It's like Disney, you know, when you have to start calling to get California Grill reservations for brunch, it's like that. But we did have reservations at Per Se, remember? I finally got in to the telephone number and they answered, and we scheduled it for like the 13th of February, and it turned out that was the day we ended up moving into this apartment, so we had to cancel our Per Se, which saved us like $500, so win-win. But he was also talking about Tony Bourdain, his last meal at Per Se, for at least when he wrote the book, and he decided that he did not like tasting menus because he's like, after eating all that wonderful food, your thought shouldn't be, how am I going to keep from hurling all that truffles, all those shaved truffles, you know, into the toilet, because you end up being so full from all that food.
I mean, the food is good, but then it's just kind of like...
Well, you know, when we ate at Le Bernardin, we did not, and he talked about, you know, well, he's such good friends with Eric Ripert anyway, but that, you know, it's the pacing and everything, and he's like, well, like idiots when they went to French Laundry. Well, his words, he goes, we were idiots and got like the grand tasting when they offered a 9-course, but we didn't want to miss anything. It's been fun reading about all these restaurants that, you know, I can't really be sad about the places that we have not eaten, because we've eaten at some pretty damn good places.
Yeah, we have.
Le Bernardin was one of the best meals. And we had the pleasure, back in 2007, we went to Vegas, which we had a really great time. We went up to Valley of the Fire, we went to the Red Rocks to the west.
What was it?
I said Valley of the Fire.
No, but we went to it was so quiet.
That's Valley of the Fire.
Is it? No.
It took us an hour to drive up there, and we stopped by Hoover Dam first. It's Valley of the Fire. Hello? It's Valley of the Fire. It's not Dead. It's not... Death Valley we did not go to.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, and Death Valley is just, oh my gosh, I'm so hot. Valley of the Fire is all the Red Rocks.
Yes.
That's where we were. He's crazy. He just doesn't remember.
Excuse me?
Anyway, I decided that we were going to go to L'Atelier at the Mansion. It's a Joel Robuchon restaurant. And I remember being a big fan of Top Chef. Was it Top Chef? Yeah. And there was a guy who was on, I don't remember now if he won. I'll have to look it up. And it was when foam was becoming like a big thing. And I want to say Marcel was his name. I'm going to have to look him up. I can't remember. But he ended up being on Iron Chef not too long ago. Well, it was a repeat. It was from a while ago. Anyway, there's L'Atelier, and then there's at the Mansion. And we booked at the Mansion. That was a really great meal. And Marcel, the foam dude, I asked our server, I was like, is he still here? He goes, yeah, he's in the back. I'm like, you know, we just happened to, you know, see that season of Top Chef. And I think we opted for the 7-course. There was a 7 and 10 course. I think we got the smaller, we got the 7. And at first Chewy was like, this is like one bite of food. And I'm like, it'll be fine, because by the end of it, you'll be full. And then they gave us all this, you know, in addition to the last course, which is the dessert course, then they brought a little tray full of chocolates, And then they gave us, what was the bread? Was it a banana bread? It was like an entire loaf of...
You talking about stuff that I can't even remember from freaking... What was that?
2007. But they gave it to us
19 years ago.
in a little shopping bag. I want to say it was a banana loaf. But it was an entire loaf of this sort of Swedish bread. Not like sweet chef, but sweet is... Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. And we sliced it and had it for breakfast in the morning. I don't think we ended up eating it because I think we were only there for like 4 nights, and we went to this restaurant like the second to the last night. We had like 3 mornings to eat the bread. We didn't eat it all. But that was one darn good meal. But I think Le Bernardin, that was just beautiful. It was just so beautiful. We went in April. I took the day off because my birthday and our anniversary are just, you know, my birthday's the 8th, our anniversary is the 9th, and we went around then, and that was a great meal. We'll have to go there again. We've been to Danielle.
Yeah, Danielle was really good.
And they gave us these, I can't tell you for once, I can't tell you what I ate, but all I remember is at the end, after dessert, they brought us out a cone of fresh from the oven madeleines.
Yeah, that was good.
They were melt in your mouth, because we were talking about the restaurant business and all that, and how they like. We always end up asking people at those kind of restaurants, how do you like working here? And have you seen the outside cabanas that they have for Danielle?
No.
They're red and white striped. There's maybe 6 of them.
Really?
And I think they have heaters inside, but I'm guessing, considering, you know, like he's a Michelin star chef, that they're disinfected between people. But you know, I wonder, can they even get 2
rounds?
2 turnovers?
Probably.
Because restaurants here in Manhattan have to close by 10, correct?
By 10, yes.
So if they start at 5, yeah, they could probably do 2 turns.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll try to find a picture that's decent and insert it here at the cabanas. They're on 65th Street, just off of Park Avenue. But it's been quite a long time since we ate there. And I ate at the old original Boulud. When you walked in, there was this foyer area that was quite large, and crates of apples, and like the aroma when you walked in. It was a beautiful restaurant too. Physically, it was beautiful. That was a long time ago. That was like in the early 90s that I ate there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great places.
Yeah, we've had some really wonderful opportunities, especially with our friends who worked, Jeff and Danny, who worked at Yankee Stadium. We've gotten to eat at some of the restaurants up there. Yeah, it's been good. I don't know why I went on that tangent, but we're killing time until it's time to eat. Yum. This is like one order which will feed me twice, so I'll have part of this and then I'll have the rest tomorrow for lunch.
Maybe.
And there's Chewy's chicken marsala. The sauce on that is really good, isn't it?
It is.
But I'm thinking the gastritis, I'm okay with most things, but as I started eating more regularly,
you just gotta be careful.
it's anything. I ate too much stuff with tomatoes in it, and I paid the price. Andy, kitty, kitty, stop moving the lamp. His food's gonna drop any minute now, and he's gonna go running.